Hey everyone, I'm Matt Gregg, head women's basketball coach, Warner Pacific University, and we have a special guest here today on Full Court Pressure, one of my very own on the women's basketball team, the fantastic freshman, the diaper dandy, Nicole Mickelson. Nicole, it's really good to have you here today, and I think you've seen how this works. We're just going to ask you a few questions and get to know you, and we're gonna post this next Monday. And you're going to be a celebrity.
All right, sweet.
Not really. We probably have like 5 views, but what are we going to do? Okay. So let's get a little background on you first. Okay. Like, where are you from? What do you like to do? That kind of stuff.
I'm from Canby, Oregon, and what I like to do in my free time besides basketball is hang out with friends. I have a horse, so I like to go ride horses and just do family stuff.
Cool. Those are great things. Are you a Netflix person? If so, what are you watching?
I do like Netflix. Right now, I am hooked on Heartland.
Heartland.
Yes,
Is that
it's a
about horses?
show. Yep, and like they live on a ranch.
Oh, okay. So it hits close to home,
Yes.
right? Okay. So if you are walking in the gym with your headphones on, what kind of music are you listening to?
I'm listening to rap and hip hop, like either Eminem, G-Eazy to Tech Nine, sometimes Nickelback. It all depends.
I really thought you would say country. I was waiting for it.
No.
Oh my gosh, so good. Okay. Now I don't have to worry about that on band rides, so that's always a good thing. So, do you have a pregame ritual that you follow? Any sort of superstitions?
So usually like my junior and senior year of high school, what I used to do is on the bus rides or whether like we're home or away, I'll always stop and get an Ebner sandwich or beans and rice and flour tortillas and either make a burrito or have a sandwich. And I always have Dutch. And then I've got my headphones in, jamming to music, getting ready.
What's the go-to at Dutch?
It's a Rebel. It's Sweet Sunrise.
So you'll fit in perfect because the entire team rushes Dutch Brothers in whatever town we go to. So, oh my gosh, here we go. So, what's your major, and what are you planning to do with that?
So I'm a criminal justice psychology major. What I plan to do with that is go into law enforcement, and I want to do canine or possibly make it on the SWAT team.
Wow, law enforcement during this time. What are your thoughts on that?
So my thoughts, right now, I'm a cadet, so I'm doing police training right now, and I'm really close with a lot of the police officers that I'm with. I can't say what county. Um, but also with Canby Police Department, I've gone on a lot of ride-alongs, and I know a lot of the guys, and most of the cops are really great people. I know there are some that, whether they're new and they make mistakes or they're older, stuck-up cops, and, they have their own ways and they feel their own way about certain people. What I want is to just become like one of those, great cops who's always there to help everybody. For me, I want to help people, and this is just like my passion. I've wanted to be a cop since I was a little kid, and learning from like cops in town, like their different styles. Like the cop that I go on ride-alongs with, when he pulls over like a teenager and like they're speeding or something, he won't give them a ticket. He calls their parents because he knows that the parents are going to be the ones that pay for it. So their parents get to dole out the punishment rather than, a ticket for the parents to pay.
Yeah, that's all. That's a great idea. Yeah, it's awesome. What drew you to Warner Pacific?
What really drew me to Warner Pacific, besides basketball, was just the campus life and how close like your professors get with you, and they're always there to help. Like I know it's week 2 almost finished with week 2. Everyone's really there to help, and they want you to do your best. And like say, for me as an athlete, if I ever get behind, I just have to let my professors know, and then they're going to do everything they can to help me. They'll give me extensions if I need, which hopefully I'm not going to end up needing. I'm trying to stay on top of everything. but they're just always there to help. They want what's best for you, and they want you to do like the best you can, and they want to help you get to where you want to be. And then also just like the diversity of the school, like living in Canby, I don't really get a chance to like go out and do a bunch of things. Like Portland, you have so many options, and there's so many like people to go and meet and like get to learn what their life's like, I guess, because in Canby it's pretty much everybody's work or school, go home, eat dinner with your family, and hang out. So just like being out in Portland, I'm not really used to Portland, so it's that different experience of a different like city, or being in the city itself compared to little old Canby.
Yeah.
And then just the basketball team, like getting to meet everybody, and then meeting the coaching staff. That was really important for me because I feel like I kind of connected with the team more than I did with other schools.
Yeah, that's great. And I know, when we set this meeting up, you said that today was a good day to do it because you're just going to be jamming on homework, right? So
Yeah.
I know you're not going to get behind, and I love to hear that from student athletes. Right, staying on top of it, getting ahead of your assignments, that's all great. And like you said, the professors at Warner are awesome. I figured that I would be the number one thing why you came to Warner was me, but anyway, we'll take it. The diversity
You're
and the academics. Okay. So, so let me ask you this: what advice would you give to a high school recruit who's like
Well,
navigating the different teams, right?
so for me, I had a couple other schools that were looking like to pick me up and go play, but really like in general, what I would say is don't sign early. Like, say you're going in early and you don't have all your options laid out and you haven't really gotten time to like look through all your options. I wouldn't sign with like your top pick without going through each school and meeting each coach. Because for me, like, it's about the coaching staff and like the players. So if you don't get along with like your teammates or you don't get along with your coaches, you're not going to have a good season. You're going to want to leave, and that's never good. You don't want to have to transfer like your sophomore, junior year. And then another thing is just, like I mentioned before, like really try and connect with your coaches and try and make sure like you're going to be able to work with them and work with the team really well, rather than just picking like, I want to go play like Division II NCAA basketball. Like you don't have to go for like a higher level. It's what you're going to be able to work with, and then think about like how much homework you can get through and like the homework load versus the basketball load. You want to make sure that you're going to have time for both and you can manage both, because I know D1 schools you're going to have a lot of, homework and a lot of practice. You're not going to have a lot of free time. So it's just based on like who you are.
Yeah. No, that's great. And I always encourage kids to make sure you're looking at other schools,
Mm-hmm.
come visit us, but then go look at other schools too and compare. I think that's a good thing. That's a very mature answer. I like that. But once again, once they come to Warner and they meet the coaching staff here, it's a done deal, right? So it doesn't matter.
100%.
So anyway, hey, this has been Nicole Mickelson with Full Court Pressure. We're just so happy to have her. And as you can tell, mature young lady. And I always say the best thing about freshmen is they become sophomores, but I think she's going to be a heck of a freshman for us. So we look forward to seeing her play and to coaching her up, and hope you can all come out to games. Nicole, thank you for your time. Get on that
Thank you.
homework.
All right, I will.
All right. Thank you. Let's go.
Thank you.